So, first up, I definitely want to jump into character AI and this teen suicide. It's a very sensitive topic, so I'm not going to go too deep into the specific situation just because I want to respect the parents and them grieving. I don't want to go in and blame the parents, make it seem like it's the parents' fault, nothing like that. What I want to really discuss is what I've been saying all along. We have to pay attention to how addicted people are to social media. Social media has really gotten people's minds fucked up, and AI is just going to add another layer to that. That's just going to take it to a whole different place. I mean, it's going to go deeper and it's going to go darker fast. Okay, because social media is something where, like, yeah, you can just kind of like get off your phone, maybe delete the app, delete the pages, and you move on. AI is where you are now building a connection with someone, something, a robot in your mind. And I don't think, not even adults, I was going to say kids aren't prepared, but I don't even think adults are prepared because we've never seen this before. We've never been in a situation where something that doesn't exist is communicating to us as if it were real, and how that can affect our psyche, right? So, with this being a teen and him being so young and having a impressionable mind, I think that that really is going to start affecting a lot of us in ways that we don't even know. Okay? So for this situation, I think, the parents are trying to sue the company, and I understand that. But I think for the general public, those who are talking about it, tweeting about it, posting about it, we really got to look at what this means, right? Because I've always said when I have kids, I don't know if I'm going to want them to be on social media, to have their phones, to have tablets and laptops and things like that at such a young age, just because I understand what's on the internet, right? Like what is out there in the world. Some of that stuff kids don't need access to. Taking a small like side step, right? I saw on TikTok there was a mom who said her child basically is now going by, is it a therian? Some sort of like furry animal where they identify themselves as being an animal, which is crazy because we all are animals anyway, but basically the child, it, they, whatever, identified as a furry or an animal. So they wanted to wear collars and tails and ears and all of these different things. And so when the mom sat down, the mom first of all was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be open-minded and love my child and blah, blah, blah." But when she sat down to talk to the child was like, "Oh yeah, I learned about it on YouTube." And see, that's where that's where things get tricky for me, is the fact that you know, you don't know what your child is looking up, falling into, what they're believing, what they're reading, what they have access to. It can be something as simple as watching an anime and they get so drawn up and caught up in this world, and then that leads to something else, which leads to something else. Like, it is just really, really hard to, and that's why I guess I give grace for parents, because it's very hard to say, well, just take the phone away or just block them from this site. Anything can lead to a darker place if it's not monitored. But how do you monitor something where it also can have a benefit? It can be something that's good for them. So it's very tricky. It's very difficult to understand. But I think when these cases or these situations arise, we have to be able to say, hey, something is going on here, and we gotta try to troubleshoot, I guess, the issue, right? Because first you had social media and cyberbullying, and that was, a kid bullying another kid, right? And you could just say, well, talk to the kid, stop the kid, tell the kid to get off the internet, those types of things. But now you have a child talking to something that doesn't exist. And because this thing that doesn't exist is learning the child, learning the behaviors and the psyche of this child, now it's responding to it. So very, very, very dangerous. I don't think we're ever going to get an answer, because I believe we're at a place where everyone wants to build up technology, and it's going to grow faster than the human mind can actually comprehend. And